Justice Castillo has just been given a clap by the fans as he runs back into the action, and Plumtree finds touch through young Clopas Makotose, just short of the St. John's 25-meter line, and this is really a good attacking position for Plumtree. And Hillary, if Plumtree could come in with a try here, I think the game would really open up.
Oh, definitely, Ziggy. But like I was saying before, their line seems to be extremely deep. They are on the 22-meter line. That's where the line out was, and their center is almost on halfway. That is a big way to be running onto the ball. And your timing would have to be absolutely perfect if you're going to be getting over the advantage line. Unfortunately, they get held in there. They can't get the ball out the more. Mundara, they was shouting, use it or lose it, and they could not use it, so they lost it. And it's going to be St. John's ball in their own territory, just over their 22 line. There's Charles Chirwa there, Ziggy, not Owen Chirwa, the put-in. You seem to be mixing up the brothers there.
Yes, Hillary, you know, I still think the schoolboys make life a little bit more difficult for them, because if you come steaming in from such a distance, your stability has gone, your ability to handle that ball will be diminished, your ability to distribute it in a balanced stature will be minimal. And I think the schoolboys have just got to work on correcting that depth. A nice run by Simba, and St. John's is going, but the Plumtree cross cover will get there and will stop them. But St. John's are still in business here and are driving forward through left winger Andrew Steele, the scorer of the second try. St. John's are taking it wide again, but throwing it around and actually going backwards. And I think the center actually knocked it on there. I think Richard Caldecott is the one who was blown for a knock where before the ball even went out to Simba, and it will be a scrum down, and it will be Plumtree ball. The Plumtree team taking a bit long to set up the Hillary. St. John's were already bound, and as you know, you are a forward yourself. The longer you take to bind, the less easy it is for you to have your binds properly. But Plumtree on the attack at the moment with the center, but he puts in a blind pass, intercepted by St. John's, and there's a lot of pace being generated here. St. John's, are they going to go all the way? But he stopped here. The nice long run by Lloyd, by Simba. No, it's St. John's. Simba Mushanyare went on a long run, but he was stopped by the cross cover. And Hillary, I almost thought we were going to get to see some points here.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant cross cover there by Lloyd Makwati from Plumtree. Plumtree now just got themselves out of trouble, but unfortunately they didn't make touch, and St. John's are coming back with the attack. There's a buzz there. I'm sure the ref is going to call it. Unfortunately, he hasn't seen it. It's off our screens at the moment. And Plumtree try and attempt to kick it out into touch again, and they don't make it. The intercept there by the Plumtree fullback, Klopas Makotose, but unfortunately he knocks it on as well. So it is going to be a scrum down, and it looks like it'll be a Plumtree ball. But I must congratulate the young man there, Lloyd Makwati. That was brilliant cross cover. I am sure Simba Mashanyere thought he was through. You could see the try line waiting for him, but unfortunately he got taken out from behind there. There is going to be a substitution. It looks like our lock there, Ross Moore, is going out. and he's going to be replaced. The scrum is set. It is going to be Plumtree ball. It is almost on the halfway, and Plumtree is attacking. Let's see if they can do anything with this ball. The ball is out and it's clean. And that's fullback there. Klopas Makotose again with a big drive. Ball is clean, it's out. They're going to have to ship it out here. But fly half, Justin Rogers there decides to take it in himself. And Plumtree's been awarded the penalty. St. John's boys there diving over. It is a penalty right on halfway. Do you think they're going to go for posts? It looks like Klopas is going to go for the touch. He kicks it himself and it's out on the 22. So this is a good attacking position for Plumtree, and referee there off our screen is signaling for the substitution. Just making the mark there, Mudio Mundarara. He goes on his line inspection, making sure they're nice and straight, and it is going to be Plumtree put in. Ziggy.
Yes, Hillary, Plumtree, time running out for Plumtree here, and they need to score now if they are going to have any chance in this match. 12-0 is the scoreline in favor of St. John's at the moment, and Plumtree on the attack here. Down the line. Down the line, can Plumtree do it? No, they don't hold on to the ball properly, but they still manage to secure it. And if the forwards can get there in large numbers, they can secure it. But the bigger St. John's forwards just pushing them back, and the St. John's team has just been awarded a scrum, and that should signal an opportunity to get out of that 25-meter area.
And again, Ziggy, the Plumtree boys there, they got the ball. They wanted it. It was a good line-out jump there from Sebastian Chipuera. And he took it down, brought it down. But the same thing happened again. Their line was far too deep, such that they got caught behind the advantage line. I mean, we all understand why they're being taught to be so deep, but I think their depth is now exaggerated. They need to learn not to run from a shallow position or from a standstill position, but they also need to come from optimum depth and not be so deep such that they don't make it over the advantage line. Ziggy.
Yes, Hillary, I remember during our times of Cottco Schools Festival, we used to line up like that, but things have definitely changed. And with the Super 12 rugby that we are watching and the 5-6 Nations rugby we are watching, I don't think this is the right thing to do at all. And I hope the coaches are going to change it. St. John's driving it forward by through Ben McCarthy, but the referee is not happy with something, and he is calling a player, Plumtree player is just being called up. In fact, it was a St. John's player. I think Ben McCarthy might have held on to the ball, and his captain, Charles Chirwa, was called there, and his team was penalized. And Plumtree's fullback, young Makotose, will go for touch. But his captain is not happy with going for touch, and I think he will call Justin Rogers, his fly half, and ask Rogers to try and put some points on the board. Plumtree have had a few difficult opportunities. To put points on the board, but Justin Rogers has not been successful with the attempt, and as a result, Hillary Plumtree is still got no points on the board. But Justin Rogers has not been successful with the attempt, and as a result, Hillary Plumtree is still got no points and narrow down the score.
Oh yes, Plumtree, they're proud of these young men. They're doing well for themselves. Now they just need to get themselves to the try line. There's some good ball through the hands there. That's Chipoera there out to the wing. And we got a knock on there from the substitute. And it looks like it's going to be St. John's ball. I must say though, we've had a good combination from the Plumtree loose trio there. That's Justin, Neville, and Wade. They're putting some significant pressure on the on the St. John's back line, and they're forcing them into making errors. This is another scrum there. Young Chira putting it in for St. John's. They're not going to have any problems with this scrum. Ball is coming out. That's a big drive there from the center. And Young Chira again ships it out. And we can see there, number 8 Wade is just on that ball all the time. On that ball like a good number 8 should be. And it seems like Plumtree has stolen this ball. They need numbers there to rock this ball over. It looks like our fly-off wasn't ready for that ball. That's young Makotose there, kicks it out into touch. But unfortunately it's a direct kick and it'll have to come back to where he kicked it from. St. John's ball, and it's just about 10 meters into, just about 8 meters into the Plumtree territory. Dio Mundara there making the mark. He's just setting them straight there like a good ref should. It's a poor jump there, and there's that young man again, Wade Craidman. They're collecting the ball, but unfortunately it's a turnover ball for St. John's.
Hillary, all credit to Plumtree here for being able to come back into the game after that start where it looked like it was just going to be one-way traffic. But Plumtree are actually in with the chance of scoring a try here. They've got a line out in a very good promising position, and the ball is well taken and the drive is good, but they must make sure that they use it while they are still going forward. The big 8th man for Plumtree takes it forward there. That's Wade Craidman, and he sets it up, but it looks like St. John's are going to turn it over, and they have, but it is blocked. The ball is blocked there, and I can see there's a Plumtree man that's down. That's Wade Craidman. After that big drive and hit he went in for, he is down on the ground, but his team managed to block the kick from St. John's, and they are still in business. They are still in a good attacking position, and hopefully we'll be able to see a try here. Good news for Plumtree, because Wade, the good loose forward, Wade Craidman, is back on his feet, and he'll be looking to help his side to close the gap between the two teams. There is a 9-point gap at the moment, and time is running out for Plumtree, and the 8th man for St. John's picks it up and he feeds it back into number 7, Ben McCarthy. But Ben McCarthy is tackled high there, and the referee awards a penalty to St. John's, and young Chira was going to try and tap it there, but he changed his mind. As a captain, he knows his team is leading, and there's no need to rush it and take risks. So he allowed his fly half, Michael Brandle, to kick it out, and the move has paid dividends for them, Hillary, because young Makotose at fullback failed to hold on to the ball, and he knocked it on. He knocked the ball on, and St. John's have just gained a lot of valuable space. I think Mr. Mundawara is just giving the young Plumtree player there, the fullback, talking to. I think the guy was chatting back saying he didn't knock the ball on, so he has just given him a talking to. And the scrum will be in favor of St. John's. And Hillary, we could see some points here.
Oh yes, Ziggy, the blind side seemed to be open and they're driving it over. I just got caught just before, and there's another big drive and a big hit to go with it. And the man could not dot the ball down, and Diomundara calls them back. It's going to be a scrum down, 5-yard scrum to St. John's. St. John's are in a very dangerous position if you're looking at it from the Plumtree perspective here. They have a 5-yard scrum. They've got a good running back line there. They're not standing as deep as we've seen the Plumtree line standing. And they do go wide again. And the man is driven back. That's good defense there by Plumtree. I think what they need to do now is to ship it out to their line. The line looks hungry and they're in a good position. Out to the fly half and he gets taken away. They are going to team. Oh, but that's a knock on there from center Richard Caldcott, I think. So Plumtree seems to have gotten out of this one. They have a scrum. They need a clear scrum and they need to kick that ball out. There is a lot of space at the back. If they can kick it out and chase, I think they would have a good chance. Ziggy.
Yes, Hillary, the Plumtree team tackles superbly. You know, I would have thought that that pickup was going to result in a try, but the good defense by Plumtree just smoothed it. But St. John's have just taken a strike against the head, and St. John's are on the attack. Simba, there's a strong boy, but he's brought down, but he sets it up nicely, and Chirwa feeds his flanker Michael Rhodes on the blind, and St. John's, are they going to make it? St. John's have been awarded a penalty. St. John's have been awarded a penalty. The flanker there, Michael Rhodes, just stopped short, but they were on advantage already, and St. John's have tapped it and they've driven it forward. Can they recycle it? Can they push it over? It has come back to young Chirwa, and it's going down the line. Yes, I think we're going to see the second try. The second try for St. John's winger, Andrew Steele. Andrew Steele has scored his second try. It has been disallowed. It looks like it has been disallowed. The pass to Andrew Steele from center Richard Caldcott was adjudged to have gone forward. But that was good three-quarter line work from St. John's, Hillary. Unfortunately, there was a forward pass there.
Oh yes, I think this is the best three-quarter line we've seen today, Ziggy. Steele, they thought he was getting a brace today, but unfortunately, Diomundara called them back for a scrum. He saw a forward pass, and as we know in rugby, the ref is always right. That was a poor pass there. A poor pass from the scrum half there, and it's going to be a scrum to St. John. Ziggy.
Yes, Plumtree have just lost some valuable possession there. The scrum half could not find his fly half, and St. John's have now got the put in, and it's in a nice threatening position. The fly half short passes it to Andrew Steele, and it's nicely set up. And St. John's are still in business. Young Chirwa takes it out to Coldacott. Coldacott is a strong boy and he runs through, but he stopped. And Chirwa, can Chirwa get to the try line? The Plumtree defense is superb. But yes, St. John's have scored their third try of the day, and it looks like it's a flanker, Ben McCarthy. It looks like Ben McCarthy has scored a try for St. John's, and and that try will take the scoreline to 17 points to 3. 17 points to 3, and definitely Hillary Plumtree are out of the equation here. Just when they were looking like they were threatening to bring the score margin down to a mere 2 points, St. John's have just gone on to score a try through flanker Ben McCarthy here.
Yeah, that was Ben McCarthy, and we do have a man down. There's a man who seems to be in pain there. That's Michael Brandle. Does he get it in? The touch judges say no. And that is the end of the game. St. John's has won it over Plumtree by 17 points to 3. But I must say that was a brilliant fight there by Plumtree. They weren't going down. They weren't going to take it standing.